I'm going to be given a lot with items that are placed all over it, and I have to build a house to fit them. So Sandra Piker, who you may have heard of, has done a bunch of build challenges from my website, and of course does a whole bunch of other Sims build videos. She came to me and asked if I wanted to place a bunch of items on a lot for her to build a house around, and she would do the same in return. So this is what I built for Sandra, and she had to build a house to fit this. So if you want to see that, make sure to go check out the video on her channel, which I'll link down below. But today, I need to build a house with the items that Sandra has placed for me. So I'm going to hand it over to Sandra now, who's going to place all the items on the lot that I have to build around, and I'm really curious to see what she does.
Hello everyone, and I welcome you to this collaboration build challenge. My job here today is to pick out some items for James, scatter them around, and see what he can come up with. And look, I'm not going to make this crazy, and I'm not going to put like 17 toilets all around the lot. Here we go, I'm done. I might actually start off with a couch. Wait, maybe let's go for this couch. I think a little armchair. Oh, this one. Just to throw a spanner, a nice spanner into the works. I'm going to take this plant and put it right there. The kitchen, I'm almost seeing the kitchen being totally opposite to my sitting room. I'm going to go for this fridge because I actually do really like this one. But I'm going to place it right here, which essentially creates us this little cavity. Then I'm also going to pick a counter with a sink. I'm actually going to go for this counter because I struggle with that one. So I'm very interested to see how he's going to make this one work. Oh, this bed. Somewhere right here. Then I suppose let's have just another little room. Oh, let's pick out this snowy escape bed. And maybe that bedroom should be at the front of the house. Maybe like somewhere here. I'll be nice for this one. Let's use this really nice toilet. I'm thinking maybe this could be some sort of a front entrance area. And I always like to have the toilet kind of close to where you come in. I've been really loving this sink. So I'm going to put that sink right here and see what he comes up with. Let's go for this bath. Maybe with this toilet, like right here. And then the rest is history. I'm going to go for this round table. And maybe he'll think about a round room. Of course he won't. Nobody would. I'm actually going to go for 2 of these and then 4 of those. They're all kind of rounded. They go nicely with the rounded look and aesthetic of the table. I think upstairs I'm also going to add a little office space. And you know what? Since James is a pro gamer, I'm going to give him the pro gaming desk. Oh my god, it's so bright. Oh my god, you. Oh, I'm going to throw a spanner into the works and maybe throw in one of these lights. Oh, maybe we could also have a little like greenhouse area. I'm going to put this at an angle just right here. And now I'm going to just pick out an item from the Enchanted by Nature pack. Let's maybe put this little acorn just right there. I think I'm happy with the items upstairs, but what I want to do is sort of figure out whether he's going to realize that I want this to be a greenhouse. So why don't I actually add some planters and maybe then some shrubs around here? So that might create an idea of a little green space. Do you know what? Let's just throw in one more plant for good measure. And I'm going to put you right here. Well, I think I'm happy with these items. I know there is a lot, but I've got every faith in James that he's going to create a very amazing house out of this. So let's see what he's gonna do.
Oh, okay, hang on. So this is the first time I've seen it. I haven't watched her actually put any of this together yet. I don't know any of the inspirational thoughts behind it. And I don't know what she was planning this house to look like. I just have to now turn this into a complete build. Okay. I think this has definitely got like a boho vibe, or at least it feels a little bit more eclectic because there's all, you know, the different dining chairs. We got some decor to the max stuff. We've got the Love Struck bed up there. We've got Jungle Adventure kitchen counters and ovens. I guess we gotta put this in a house somehow. So we got the obvious rooms. I'm wondering, I don't know what the best approach to this is. I'm actually thinking, what if I just create the minimum sized rooms for all this stuff? Because I can't move this stuff. It has to be there. So why don't I just contain the stuff in these rooms, and then from this point, we expand and fit them together where it makes sense. I think and actually just doing this, by the way, this table is also kind of an awkward size. It has to be at least that. Obviously, it's going to be, all these rooms are going to be bigger than what I've done right now, but I'm hoping this helps me visualize how to connect it all. And I think what we can see doing this is there's not really any obvious connection, at least not between the kitchen and the dining room, because they're kind of like a step away from each other. Obviously, we can extend the kitchen to the dining room. Like, we'll have to figure that out. And then upstairs, we've got a bathroom here, like so. Seems to be an office. We've got a bedroom with a double bed. So I presume we'll just make that our double bedroom. Like I said, I'm just going to make these sort of minimum. Oh, we got like an ottoman there hanging over. Okay. Well, sorry. I guess that would technically be minimum. That's kind of a sad bedroom size, so I might actually go to there. There's a plant there and then a desk. So maybe we just have like a large landing area up here. Because we also got to figure out where stairs are going to go. So I guess this would be our minimum upstairs shape, right? But then we can divide it and figure it out. In fact, let me get some lights in here. Like, I definitely think I want this room to be bigger, the main bedroom. Maybe even do an ensuite bathroom, or maybe not. If I'm only doing 2 bedrooms, we probably don't need another bathroom for these guys because they just go over there. Then downstairs, I think we got to figure this out because currently it's not looking great. I'm going to be honest. All right, well, we do have these guys here. So we've got a little potted plant and a little acorn-friendly fellow, which I suppose would probably be part of the living room, right? So why don't we expand the living room to include that, and then just get rid of these walls. So that is now our expanded living room space. It is quite big, but that doesn't mean we can't add stuff in. Like, what if I put, oh, that doesn't really fit. I was like, if I put like I guess I don't have to do wall. I was thinking like, what if we did like a fireplace over here? That could actually sort of tie that together. I don't know what fireplace. I'm just going to do that for now. Then we could have a coffee table here somewhere. That sort of works. And then how do we connect this room to the rest of the house? We got the bathroom. Well, the bathroom, I reckon we could do something like this. There is this space in the middle. We also got to get upstairs too, which it looks like this area here is probably where we're going to have stairs. I think that makes the most sense. And where are we entering the house? Maybe over here. So if we're entering this side of the house, because I think that would be weird with the bathroom over there, I think we'd want the stairs this way, like going up there maybe. How does that land? Oh, wait, nope, there's a plant there. Not that way, dang it. So I could move them here, but then we have this weird space with a plant. Okay, well, what if the stairs are here somewhere? That does work. But make the bedroom a little bit bigger so we don't have to put the door right there. That could actually work out, work out nicely. So I'll extend the landing. I can't move that desk. So any furniture that's currently here, besides the fireplace that I placed, we can't move, but I can do that. And actually I could now make that into its own office room, which maybe makes more sense. And then that's a landing and a hallway. Like, I don't think that's an ideal layout, but look, we're working with what we got here. So I think I'm gonna go with that for now. Because I still don't know how the downstairs is shaking out. Because actually now that we got the stairs there, getting around to the dining room from the kitchen is kind of awkward. And actually all of this is kind of now being covered up by this room upstairs. What if we did this? So that little room there, bear with me, it's a work in progress. Then, I mean, if I just connect it all with straight walls, we're going to end up with big blocks. So we got to figure this out because that doesn't look good. But for now, we're literally blocking it in. And I'm not sure if I'm using that wall yet. And if I am, what am I putting over here? I don't know. Maybe I will just use it for now. And how is this entrance working? I think it has to be part of the living room. Otherwise, it's not going to... Oh, you know what? We could do a side entrance. That might be nice. I think it's just you're just gonna have to enter into the living room because I don't know how else we could get in here. And actually this dining room, I've not figured this out either yet because we can't really have these walls around it like this. But I also don't just want this all being open plan because it does kind of not really work. Get some lights in here so let's see what the heck is going on. Some of this stuff is really interesting because the stairs are here. And now that is definitely creating the block between here and here. Like you can't easily flow around. I mean, we could have doors and go around, but it's like, what's all in this space then? Like, really, we should expand this to be part of the kitchen, which means I need to move the stairs. But then moving the stairs means I have to figure out the upstairs. And then what's this space? I gotta say, this plant up here, it's doing me in. Like that's right in the way. Because if I could put the stairs right here, that's like the spot. That I think would make the most sense to me. It tucks in really nicely. Okay, well, let's try the other spot. So if I put it there, the plant is awkward. It's right there, but maybe we can just, what if that's part of this room? And then the landing is just not, because it doesn't need to go there, right? We just do this. So this room actually becomes the same size as that one, which is not the worst thing in the world. And then this becomes the upstairs landing. The desk is gonna have to be part of it, I think, unless we add another room, which we could actually do. And maybe it would tie in better with all of this. Because if I make this a room, I know it's weird that the desk is there, but we could have it set up as a cool, I don't know, office setup where you have like a little screen here and then the bed over this side. So that is potential. Maybe that works. Then we get 3 bedrooms. I suppose the hall doesn't need to go all the way down there, which actually, hang on, this could be good. Because now we've got 3 bedrooms. We could put the door to the main bedroom here. That means they can still have bedside tables either side. Then they could have their own bathroom. And then these 2 shared this bathroom. Okay. All right, I think I'm happy with that layout, but how does that figure into the rest of this? It is kind of looking like a house, which is good. The downstairs layout is still struggle straight, I can tell you that much. But I think we're nearly there. So you come in there, I don't really want you walking straight into the dining area. So I think we're gonna have to come to the side. We just do like an archway. We can have like a little foyer area there. So you'd come in here, which I think that's all right. don't know if I love it just being open to the rest there though. Like, do I need to just do another archway? Like maybe that makes more sense. It at least sort of divides the space. So you sort of flow that way. And that's our hall, but I need to leave this open because the stairs are there now. Or do I? Hang on. Maybe I can do this. Okay, what if I make more space here? All right, I made that a bit smaller. Don't worry, I'm gonna come back to that. It'll all make sense. It's kind of awkward. This table, like to get to that chair, you have to walk all the way around to there. But I don't think I want to open it here. Because we could put a nice like bookshelf or something on that wall. I think it'll work. I think it will come together. And then over here, we can have, I don't love that like that. I think I might change it to that. I have like a door to the bathroom. I guess one of here or here. I don't know that we'll have a way to get around to this side. I think you should go this, because I think this is just part of the kitchen. So I think I might just open that up. Although now we got, what is this space? This is really long. That's way too long. Maybe this does need to be like a little hallway or something. Hang on. It could be like a laundry, actually. That could make sense. Because then you could have doors from the kitchen to the laundry / also from this area. Where was the wall? It was one of these. So I think I need to keep that section. We have bathroom. This little one by one. I guess maybe it's better just to get rid of that. It's going to use these doors. We'll figure it out. So we'll have to have the door to the bathroom from the living room. Oh, I guess it could be over here, actually. Wait, that might make more sense. I might do that. So if it's from this room, then this is basically like a little hallway, which I think from the kitchen could be an archway. Hang on. Okay, I think we're cooking. Put that there. It should fit next to the fridge. Hopefully not too squishy. So you come in here. There's the door that goes back to the living room. It doesn't really need to be a door, I suppose, but there's no good archway I could put there that would sort of match. And then I'm thinking this is like a laundry. So there, and then you can have like a door to the back area. I don't know what's out there yet, but then we have a back door. Beautiful. This we're sketching. Man, this has taken me so long. And it doesn't look like anything yet. I don't think I've ever spent this long trying to figure out a layout. Like, this is crazy. This is a challenge. So this area, you might be thinking, what the F is this thing? And look, I kind of agree. But the idea, which I don't know if it's going to work now. It was going to be like a greenhouse sort of attached to the lot or like attached to the side here. But because we've got these outdoor plants, I don't know how I'm going to incorporate that because I guess that's the edge of the building. Maybe, can I just put this light inside? It's kind of weird though, isn't it, inside? Because that sort of creates a nice edge to this, which I can then turn into like a sunroom on the side of the building. And then this would have like a glass roof or something, glass walls. Not fully like that, but it's kind of the idea. So it's like attached to the building. That works there. This light is kind of random though now. Like it's just, what is that? You know what I mean? Like, why is that there? How do we incorporate this? I'm also fully under the impression that this was probably imagined to be outside. All of it. Okay, and upstairs, this room actually extends over that section, which is not a problem. But I guess now I also want to consider, I'm ignoring that problem for now, what the actual shape of the building is like. I think the front is okay. I think we can work with roofs and architecture out here. This is a problem where we just have like this overhang and around the back, and it's all a big flat wall. So because this comes out, I mean, what would you even put if I did that? Like, what is that? You know what I mean? I don't know. Nothing. It's nothing. We could do that, and actually we could probably fit a roof over that now. It might look a bit better. But then it's also like, this is just a weird hallway. I don't know. Also, I don't know if I love, because this archway is facing directly here, but I'm thinking that the kitchen's going to extend here as well, right? Hang on, if I get these counters, because we'll probably have to match it. Probably be something like this. I don't know if I love that you just like look straight into the kitchen like that, but I mean, I guess that's kind of what it has to be, right? Also, I don't think this sunroom is going to work out how I want it to, so I'm thinking I just get rid of it. And we just have that outside. It might just make more sense anyway. I'm thinking we could go for like almost like Queenslander, Australian style looking home, but obviously not because that would be more elevated. I guess we could elevate the whole house. But like just, I guess what I'm thinking is like a weatherboard. Maybe I need some colors or something to help me out here. Like I just need to be able to pull this all together. Okay. The layout is one thing. The next is this house is ugly, dude. How do I make this house not ugly? All right, I moved over to Gibby Point and I've gone back to the idea of the Australian kind of style. Because I just spent, I think, no joke, maybe 45 minutes doing all sorts of different roofings, changing stuff around, trying to figure it out. And I think I'm happy with this. I don't know about the color. I do like the color, but I think I'm happy with how that looks. I think visually, this probably makes the most sense as the front. And it probably would have worked if I had planned a little bit more for it. Like we could technically make this the front because you could put the door here, but it is kind of weird to come into this hallway that has like a small door into the kitchen. So I think I'm going to keep this as our main entrance, which is why it's facing this way. But I do think that that's helped out a lot. Like I was kind of stuck of where to go. I stripped back all the colors because the light blue and white bricks is not helping. So stripping it back a little bit helped me sort of re-examine it, I think, and just figure out something that works. Now, the next thing I did was upstairs. I changed the layout a little bit. I don't fully remember what it was, but I actually flipped this bedroom around. It used to be that was the exterior wall there and the bedroom went inward. But I flipped it because, and I think this plant was in this room, and I flipped this hallway. So it does mean that this room's maybe a little bit more awkward. Even the main bedroom, we're gonna have to have a door. I don't know, we'll have to figure that out. It's a little bit more awkward, but it means the front of the house looks a lot better. Because one of the problems I was having was because this room was so set back, you just end up with this really long roof at the front. Which I think, well, I guess maybe it does work a little bit better now, but I don't love it. I think it just looks a little funky having that room stick out so far and this one's so far back. So I think that just looks a lot better and it just helps the shape flow a little bit better. And I think this room will be more interesting for it as well with the bed in the middle. Okay, so I think that's good. I do need to go around now and do some external porches. And I think we will lift this house off the ground a little bit onto like a little bit of a foundation. So we're just gonna have some exterior porches all the way around underneath all these roof eaves. Haven't really figured out the back. This is kind of what the back looks like right now. We can just add like probably, well, actually this roof, can this just come all the way through? Probably can, right? That might just help us right away. Wait, where does that line up actually? Could we potentially just extend here? What does that look like? How does this affect these? This room's gonna be in a weirder shape. I would actually help this because then we could have like a entrance foyer to the bedroom. So you'd come in here and then to the bathroom. This room is bizarre. I don't know what is happening in here, but it's actually, you know, it's actually not that weird. It's kind of like it is like a uniform shape now, like a nice T. Anyway, the whole point of doing that was, does that help me back here? If I do that, the room is there, but then we have this interesting area at the back. I might actually remove this roof back. Oh, hang on. Got to be careful of this front corner. I need that to extend all the way up. I might actually swap this roof piece out to be one of these ones that has like the flat wall on the end, so I can sort of fit it in a bit better. Because that means I can drag it in and we can stop it in the middle of the house. There you go. And it doesn't come back out through here. Now this one, I think I can do the same maybe. Okay, obviously this is looking bad, but we should just be able to now get a new roof. And we could probably make a sizable porch area around the back perhaps. Oh, actually I should probably do it even on both sides of this where it was. Probably look better. Maybe even there, is that that might be too far. Maybe just that little one. I'm actually wondering if this should probably, yeah, that probably is better. Okay, I think that looks more interesting. I don't know if I love that this is not lining up with the bottom level, and I don't know there's much I could do about that other than hoping that when we build the porch it looks better, because that I think looks better, but I can't really use it, so I just got a stove there. Unless it was just a fun decorative area. Hello, hold up, hold. We go platform, remove the wall, up to there. Then obviously we're gonna have counters in front of this, right? I can't believe I haven't started furnishing yet, by the way. I've been doing this for 2 hours. This is tough. You guys should try this out. If Sandra is wanting to share these items onto her gallery, I would love to see what you guys do with this. Oh, like, don't worry about that glitch, we'll figure that out. But the idea is we do this, and then you'd have like windows there, so you could decorate this area. I don't know about those windows, but also does, yeah, we'd have to figure out the windows, but whatever. I don't like that the way it's placed, but I think that could actually work. So I think we can work with that. And that makes this back area a lot easier. Now we do have plants here, which are now technically under this porch roof, which is odd. How would we handle that? Maybe if I go here, move objects, I want to leave those there. I'm hoping we can lift up the house and that can stay on the ground. And then we just do like a post there or something. No, but that actually goes all the way around. Maybe we can figure that out. Okay, so that's all that section. So I think this is going to have to be on a porch because it's part of where the roof is. So, oops, did I just move those? Yeah. Can't move any of these items. Very important. Comes around and then And it actually joins all the way back around to the front over there. Oh, wow. That's creating like a weird optical illusion. I don't know if you guys see this, but it kind of looks like there's something floating, like a gray selection floating above, but it's just the shadow of the roof. That was tripping me out for a second. I'm hoping we could just turn this into like planter or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But if I go, now obviously this will have to be, you won't be able to walk around here, but can I move stuff up? No, I'll just leave it. I'll leave it where it was. I won't move it up. So I literally have not moved. Well, I guess I technically am about to move everything with the terrain tools, but I have a little garden bed there. Look at that, beautiful. Then we'll figure out the rest. Okay, so then the idea now, okay, I'm seeing the vision now. We raise this up, not too far, maybe 3. Not even 4, just like 3. Do we go like this kind of decking? I do like this. Maybe like that color. I might have to play around with colors and textures and all that, but might do that for now. And then I think we have to have stairs on the side because I think on the front it's going to look awkward sitting right there. So I think we'll have them here and this will be like our footpath in this area. The problem now is if I put these on the side, it's going to cut this, not terrain, cut the foundation out and it always looks really goofy. So it has to be there, which is annoying because the front door is going to be here. Because putting it right in the corner, I think it'll be odd. So it kind of has to be there. Or I just ignore that problem for now and hope that it solves itself. Oh, I kind of forgot because I don't have eaves on these. The columns don't really touch. I actually don't know if I want to add eaves though, because it does make it noticeably bigger. And I kind of like the size now. We might be able to just add a trim on. Let me see. The problem is that kind of makes it look too fancy. I need like it does kind of look fancy, but I don't mind that. I think that's all right. I don't know if I like either of these columns for this house. Both from Adventure Awaits, so you'd think it'd go. I mean, I guess it does, but this kind of feels a little bit too rustic. Obviously, I am kind of going for that vibe, but then the inside is not really that vibe. So it's like a traditional home that's kind of been updated. So maybe we could even do some of these kind of columns. Maybe the cottage living one, that's actually pretty good. Oh, life and death, that might work. It's kind of dirty though. The age-old question of column spacing because it's not an even distribution. Maybe we put them there, it's all right, because it kind of lines up with that upper wall. Otherwise you end up with too many columns. Okay, I'll do one there, I guess. Kind of random, but gets the job done. Probably only need 1 on that side, but it kind of looks weird with 1, so I might do 2. And then these 2 here are the same distance from that wall, so maybe that works visually. And then these are all 3 apart, except obviously this middle gap is bigger, but maybe we can turn that into a design instead of an oopsie-doopsie. This just can be a part of the deck that extends. All right, I really do feel like this is coming together now. I've actually gone around and done some colors on the house. I've gone for a brown brick with some sort of lighter white siding in some parts. I've done the fence around too. The fence and the columns are a little whiter than I wanted, but these don't have like a more creamy color. The planter area is kind of weird, which, I mean, I guess I kind of always knew it was going to be weird. I mean, it's kind of squished in the side here. But I'm wondering, we could add an additional, like almost, what do you call it? Like a pagoda, gazebo. All right, well, there is access around it, even though the access is maybe a little goofy, but it's there. I think that adds an interesting element though, for sure. We also have this back deck, which maybe what I'll do is I'll actually get rid of this fence and I'm going to put the stairs there just because they kind of fit in nicely. Oh, it looks, oh yeah, no, that, oh God, I hate how they do this with the foundations. It doesn't, that, dang it. Otherwise, I feel like that's actually a really nice spot for stairs, but that looks so stupid. That's a later me problem. I think we'll go around and maybe do some windows. We got the chimney at the front, so I'm gonna use these windows, I think, because I'm using these ones at the back. Doing gray, I'm doing them as gray because it kind of reminds me of what the windows on our house were. Well, still are some of them. Just really old gray aluminium sliders, and I'm kind of thinking that's what we got here. The front door, I mean, maybe just this would be fine, honestly. All right, we got the dining room in here. Do we do large windows for this? I think we go the smaller windows. We could do larger windows on this side. We could even maybe do a bay window on this side. It is kind of weird that this circular table is up against that wall, but look, hey, it's too late. I'm in too deep, all right, folks? That ain't changing. Okay, but if I do that, how's that gonna help my interior? It kind of doesn't. Now it's kind of more awkward, honestly. It kind of makes it worse. Yeah, I think that'll be good. All right, so we definitely need a door at the back. We could use a similar door, but I feel like maybe just a sliding door makes more sense. We could either just do a 2-panel slider, which actually I think that does make the most sense. It slides that way, you walk out there. Actually, no, that works. So you sort of walk through here you go there, it'll slide that way. So you don't have to walk too far to the right to get out. So yeah, that's good. I like that. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I don't know what I'm doing with this. This is just here. It was part of all of this. Let's hope it works, okay? The stairs, what colors do we have on these? Well, actually, I don't even know what color interior I'm doing. I'm not doing colors on that yet. I will probably change these doors though. I mean, probably just to the, I guess I'll go to the white and then we'll figure it out. Also, we have this very like fancy bathroom in here. So they've like, I guess, renovated this specific bathroom. I don't know if anything else really is like that, is it? Oh, this one up here is pretty fancy too. So we're gonna have nice bathrooms, and I think that's a real beautiful thing. So I don't think I'll do a window for this bathroom here because that's right at the front of the house. So we'll do them on the side, probably here, and we can do a window there. I think that makes sense. And this was gonna be like, well, this is gonna be like a laundry area. So we probably want a door out the side and maybe even some steps down here and have like a clothesline or something. Do I need to do like a chimney here or something? Because I've kind of left this gap, but it doesn't look like there's anything that goes there. I think we'll still leave that gap there, but we'll have to put something there. I don't know what. If I could make it too wide, I would, but obviously because it's in the middle of 3, it doesn't really work. But I do think we should probably have a chimney somewhere. It goes through the wall. It's coming up through the wall. Actually, is there even one that matches these bricks? Probably not. I might just do like the more minimal, this thing. There. Maybe we should just put it on the side so it doesn't look as weird. Because I feel like if we put it right in the middle, that looks so stupid. That's all right though. That's all right. All right, this bedroom. We could actually do these full windows, but I think that's too big. Do we do 3 windows? Yeah, I think that looks all right. I think as long as we decorate down there, I think that'll work. Okay, that's nice. Okay, I think that's the windows, probably exterior stuff. Let's have a look at the inside. So if this was a traditional, like or an older Australian home, it would have hardwood floorboards underneath, and then we can put stuff on top. So I think I'll start with, let's try that. I'm gonna do the same upstairs. It's just my base coat, and then we're gonna go from there. Alrighty. Okay, it's starting to look like a house now. I think that's exciting. All right, let's give it a plain, boring wallpaper. I know. But I need it to look like something so I can work from it. And I think that's a good base coat. Now we can figure out what the heck is happening back here, because like this is a very strange shape of wall. Like that is bizarre. And I think we need to do something about it, because it's just, it's not great, is it? All right, so the other thing is, let's keep an eye on what the actual furniture is in this house. It's, at least this room is pretty maximal. Like it's kind of boho that, but then we got like that really loud armchair. Those are just cute, but you know what I mean? Like it's kind of, we gotta dress to impress whoever lives here. And that's what I was thinking, we could maybe do something like that in the corner. I guess what I can do is I could move the door there and then probably flip it. Ooh, these doors are kind of fun. Kind of like that. Okay, well this bathroom, I've kind of given up. I've moved on. I'm like, all right, next. let's do something else. The bathroom is pretty fancy. Like this needs something probably, I don't know if I want to go this modern looking. These are kind of cool. I kind of like that. Although I was thinking about that, I don't think I can do it in the hallway just because the hallway is kind of open to this area. So I don't think the flow looks good, but we could do it in the laundry and the bathroom, which are these 2 rooms. That's kind of interesting. Oh, we could do that actually. Kind of not the right wood color for the door and all that, but I could go maybe darker is better. I don't know. I kind of like it. It's kind of a vibe. Now, I guess the next question is, can I replace that with a door? That looks good. Honestly, probably just like one of these. And then we do like some sort of clothes drying rack over here. So it'll come out from here. Maybe it should be just more like this. So it's kind of in the center. You come out from the laundry and then you can hang the clothes out here, right? That makes sense. All right, and I think moving that door back in line here makes this room a little bit more uniform. And it does mean we have a weird thing here, but we're always gonna have that 1 by 1 to deal with, so. Okay, let's crack on with the actual living room, I think. We don't have the same, bricks for the floor. So I'm wondering, do we go tiles that would have originally been in this house is what we put under there? Maybe like a terracotta kind of thing. Okay, I feel like it's coming together. It's still a work in progress. We're getting there though. I haven't actually changed the colors of these. I don't know if I want to. I mean, I kind of like the yellow one, honestly. I don't know if I'm even supposed to because it looks like well, at least that one has been set. Yeah, kind of like that. Maybe we can change this. Ooh. We could do that, but then that actually kind of seems a little boring, honestly. Maybe we just leave it like that. That actually, honestly, might be the better option. I've been messing around with colors and rugs and all that kind of stuff. I was gonna put a lamp in this corner, but it didn't feel quite right because there's a lot of space there. So I was like, why don't we get a chess table? Classic. And we can match it to the dining chairs that you got over there, so try and tie those together. I'm also trying to not make this all beige. Hang on, let me get some more light in here while I'm doing this. Like, obviously, we still got some beige. We got the bright couch and that armchair. But then the thing is, because we've already got bright colors and patterns, if I bring in more, we're going to push way into the maximalist like direction, which I'm not trying to hit that. Ooh, I think this light's actually really good for outside. I put that there for now, so I remember it. Yeah, I'm not trying to go for maximalist. I'm trying to hopefully get everything to work together, but still have the flair, you know, the little oomph. Ooh, I actually might like to use the appliance cart somewhere. I'm not sure. I'll put it there. I wish because these are seating options, like the stool and this. I kind of wish these were actually like, you could use them as surfaces too. So technically someone can sit on this thing, but whatever. Little basket of stuff down there. There you go. Yeah, okay. I'll put that there so it kind of lines up with the couch, which means the bottom of the stairs, we could put something there, either like a mirror or something, or maybe we keep that exclusively above here. What about the like family board thing? That's kind of cool. I get some functionality up in this place. I did blue on the other walls. Would that work there? Maybe that does. Maybe that's all we need to do. And then we could potentially do something different on the stairs and like this section. I mean, what if those were the brick actually? Like it's part of the internal structure of the house. Like, I don't know, it's like a load-bearing brick wall in the middle. It's kind of interesting. I don't know why, but there's something different. Okay, well, I'm pretty happy with this room. I think we successfully worked with it. It doesn't look too beige and boring. And I think it all ties together and we can carry this forward to the rest of the house. Speaking of which, the kitchen is going to be interesting because I don't actually have that much room for the kitchen, to be honest. The kitchen's basically here, which I think we can do. I don't love that the sink is right on the edge there. I mean, I did that to myself. I could reduce the size of this, actually. We could actually go a little bit smaller, which gives us a little bit of room here. Can we fit an end piece on there? No. But we could put a bin there or something. I don't know. It felt very close. Now, as for all the colors of this, I have no idea where we're heading. So let's see. This is also all going to go here. And we could either just ignore that glitch for a second, go there, or we could bring it around, have like a return at that point, which I feel like is probably of the age of the house. So I think that could work. And then actually, instead of seating, we could just get another one, not necessarily, well, maybe this one, I actually think that looks quite good. Like this. I don't know what color it's going to be yet, but we could do that, and then you can use this as extra decorative space. I mean, this kitchen's got a lot of decorative depth. I don't know what I'm doing back there. Your idea is as good as mine there. But we needed that structurally for the house to kind of look good, so. Oh, what about we get the herringbone wallpaper so it sort of ties in with the bathroom? What does that look like? I think it need to be lighter though, because it feels very dark in it. Maybe that color. Oh, hang on, I can cut off the kitchen there, which maybe is weird because that extends out, but I was just trying to figure out how to frame all this in because it kind of I was like, I don't know how this all fits together. Oh, I kind of like this actually. I wish the blue fridge had silver handles because I don't love that the two handles don't match. Okay, I think I'm getting somewhere. I kind of divided the kitchen up a little bit more with the half walls and got some columns in there. So it kind of feels like maybe it was an old kitchen that was closed away that they opened up a bit, but kind of not fully. And then I put the same floor through, but I don't know if that works in the, I mean, it kind of does work in the kitchen, especially with the blue wall. It's kind of interesting. It's definitely odd. I'm not going to deny that, but I think we're getting somewhere. Oh, I can put the bin in here actually. Oh, there's nowhere to put it though. Because you just see it, it'll have to be there. Because all the doors in the way. I'm just putting the bin here, whatever. Actually, I could put it over here. Actually, if I'm doing that, I might as well put a bin with a lid on it. Which, annoyingly, the only bins for some reason that have lids are the ones that give you money, so enjoy. Enjoy the money bin. And I put the mop and the dustpan just here. Not mop, what am I saying? The broom and the dustpan just here. Yeah, it's like a little cleaning area. Okay, that's there. Great. Now, how am I going to do the rest of this? You can't have anything that you'd actually use back there. Like, if I'm putting a bread box, it ain't going back there. I think I can put things close, though. You know, like these things you can grab. They're not too far back. And then we're going to have more decorative stuff. Maybe I'll do a terracotta tile up there, because it's the same as the ones we have under the barbecue, under the fireplace. But it was kind of feeling very bland over there. Like there was no color, so I think that helped. Ooh, I kind of like this. The idea is like maybe it's the kids' artwork or something, although most of these don't look like that, but kind of the idea. Like a little family like pinboard. You can just pop things up on the wall there. At least that's what I'm imagining, because you know it's in the space here. And there's nothing on that wall, so can we fit this in as well? It can't. That's probably too small. Could it maybe go in here? It could go in here actually. Could be kind of interesting. They use that as almost like an overflow kitchen. Yeah. Okay. Hang on. I kind of like that because we could put like a coffee machine in here. Not that one because you can't use that without the grinder. But just like, I don't know, pop that in there. In fact, I could probably put the bin behind it, just there. Maybe even some cabinets. Then it is like a little extra sort of kitchen space in there, which I kind of like. And I might put that over there so it's sort of all tucked in that back corner. And I'll keep the lighter wall color in there, just because, you know, it's through the back. Maybe a little bit of generic art in here, you know, just to liven up the place. Sure, that'll do. All right, that's in there. All right, let's do this bathroom, finally, that I started like 20 years ago. So considering this is a downstairs bathroom, and we actually are gonna have 2 bathrooms upstairs, I don't think we need to worry too much about bath or shower. Having said that, I don't know what else we'd put in here because we've already got a toilet and a sink, so we probably want to do that anyway. Maybe we could do a combo unit. Just pop that there. Actually, yeah, that fits in like, it's pretty much made for that spot, so I think that's actually a good idea. Honestly, just that's probably good. All right, so then over here, we've got to get a beautiful toilet paper roll, of course, always. Maybe a towel here somewhere. Ooh, we could go yellow, you know, complement the blue. Complement? Is that a compliment? I don't know, whatever. Get the yellow in there. I mean, we've got yellow in there. Look, we're tying it together. I mean, there's not much else I could really put in this bathroom because it's just a downstairs bathroom. So I think that's probably fine, honestly. I guess I could do like a bath mat kind of thing. Sure. I don't know if I like that color actually. But the blues that we have don't really matter. Maybe just a white then. I'll go with that. And then in here, I was going to do a laundry. So we could have the machines probably just there or on this side. I'm not sure which. All right, washing machine and dryer. Yeah, I think there probably makes sense. Probably just like that's fine. I'll just put this out here so I don't forget. There we are. I would add another sink in here, but I feel like then Sims will just wash up in there. I guess you could set it as a bathroom sink, but then they'd probably go to the toilet and wash their hands over here. So I'll just leave it like that. Keep it pretty simple. I see a little laundry area. We'll get the nice hamper as well. I actually didn't really leave much room for this. All right, maybe I'll just use this one where it fits in. All right, so I guess we're moving on to the dining room area, which is a little wacky just because of where the table is. Look, in an ideal world, it would probably just be there, but that's not where it was placed, so I can't do that. I did grab out this item earlier because I thought it could be useful, maybe just to put in the corner there. I don't know, just a little, fill that little nook, the little void. Blue. So I think I'll mirror the curtains from the living room, just so we have those. Not sure what to do with that though. Should I just do the same, I guess? Maybe. Okay, I changed up the colors a little bit because I'm actually using the wall that I was using in the bathrooms over there because I think that probably will tie together a little bit better. And then we've got the column there. When you zoom in, the column disappears, so it might look a little weird up close, but the column is there, so it sort of separates it. And I think that's kind of coming together. It's so weird though. Like if you came over and the table's just squished in against the wall there. Don't ask too many questions, okay? I actually might do different curtains here because this is kind of implying the curtains pull all the way across and it means I can't place anything there. All right, now the question is, do I do a circular rug? Which, oh wow, that actually fits pretty well. I don't know, that's got death flowers on it though. I guess they all do. It is the life and death one, so that one doesn't. That's kind of cute. All right, I'm getting up to the corner where we've got this light that's been there. It's been inside. I don't know what to do with it. Also, I'm pretty sure I rotated it at some point by accident, so I don't actually know which way it was facing. I suppose I could look it up. Hang on. Okay, yeah, it was like a diagonal sort of like that. It was either this way or that way. I don't know if it really matters, but I'll just face it into the room. All right, so I think, well, that wall's a beige wall, which is not the worst. I think, could we maybe do like a little home office desk there? Like, I feel like that's such a classic thing, but then I could just do this, give it a chair. Could actually even make it match that, but then what's better? Maybe. What colors does this have? It's still a very random item, but I'm wondering if we do that and then we get like, can I fit? No. I don't want to just like hide this thing. Like, I'm not trying to put it inside of something else or anything, but if I can fit something near it, like this is the right, oh God, that's not, that fits so well though, but do I want to put a filing cabinet there? I kind of don't, I honestly kind of don't mind it. It's kind of a vibe. We do have a beige corner over there though. Do I want to maybe do something else? Maybe I should. Maybe it should be the darker color. It kind of feels like an old school kitchen family dining room area with that there. And I do like it. There you go. Look at that. Beautiful. Alrighty. I might actually put some things on the half wall just there. So stuff doesn't spawn there, like dirty plates and stuff. Not spawn, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Also, just feels like there's more stuff going on. Yeah. All right. That is the downstairs done. I think. Well, the inside anyway. Looking pretty good. I must say, I'm pretty happy with that actually. All right, moving upstairs. Let's get the lights in the rooms. We actually need to figure out where all the doors are going to go and everything else. So to get to this room, we're going to definitely have to have a door there. And for this bathroom, it has to be right there too. Look, not the best landing. Look, the stairs have always been a bit of a trouble, you know, a little bit of a pain point, if you will. So we just kind of have to, oh, whoops. We kind of just have to deal with that's just where they are. And then the door to the main bedroom will be here. Yep. And then I'm thinking we have the door to the bathroom there. And then we have like an archway into the bedroom. Kind of fancy. Like this. Yeah. Because then we can do like a dresser there, like, oh, like the wardrobe. That's the main bedroom. God, what colors does this bed have? Okay. All right. We can work with this. We could just go boring, but maybe we can use a blue. Although the whole house is blue. Do I want the whole house to be blue? I don't know. Anyway, all right, we're good. We got options. we got options. All right, the bathroom, I think I don't want to do it the same as down there. We'll do something different up here. In fact, let's get a shower or do one of these. And we'll get a shower screen there. So we've got that one and then there's this one as well, which I think I'll just do this one. Might even set it up like that. Look at that. Look, that's a nice big shower. Yeah. And then we do a little sink setup over this side. Might use this. Yes, I will. I think if I got the right colors. I'm pretty sure they can get into that tub, right? Actually, I might leave that color because those tapwares match. Ooh, maybe we could do the blue on the wall. Yeah, the blue. Let's go. I don't know. I'm in the blue. I feel like I think this always happens. Like when I pick a color for a house that I'm doing, I then just keep using that color throughout the house, which look, it's not a bad thing, but it's probably not particularly realistic. But hey, at least the actual things in the room are different. I don't think I really have anywhere to hang up towels though. I mean, it's not actually a problem. That doesn't actually matter, but we could have this there though. That's kind of cute. So you do have like a little hand towel there. Okay, yeah, that works. We can do that. Ooh, we can get a hair. Okay, what is going on with my camera? There we go. Get a hairdryer down there. Yeah, I got these open shelves so I could just plonk a bunch of stuff in there. There we go, a little shower thingy. Which kind of seems like it's really sticking fire out of the wall, but whatever. Shower thingy, we've got a bunch of extra toilet paper down there, some towels. Look at that. That's a bathroom, folks. Okay, now this here is interesting. There's just a plant there, but my plan with the plant was you just do that and just make it part of the hallway. It was the plant all along, guys. This is how we were always imagining it. Beautiful, look at that. Can we do the blue up here as well? Yeah, go on then. Bring it up. Bring up the consistency. There you go. All right, the door to this room as well should probably be here somewhere. I'm thinking probably like there-ish. Because you don't really want to open into the bed. So maybe like about there. Nice. What is this? Is that a chair? Yeah. All right, so you could sit there facing that way for reasons. I don't know. Anyway, this room is probably the most interesting. I guess my plan was always to set it up as like they have like their little desk area and then they have like, so it's like a little contained zone, right? I'm so tempted to do the blue, but let's go pink. Just mix it up. All right, well, hang on. Where's the bed gonna go in this room? Yeah, I'm thinking something kind of like this. So you get your bed, you have a little bit of privacy in there. And then you have like the work set up over work, you know, like the desk and all that. And now it's weird because it's in the middle of the room. And yeah, that is kind of weird. But first of all, let me set up the wardrobe area. That's kind of cool. I like that. Oh, I always forget about this piece. I really like this. Then the idea was this. Yeah, set up a cool streaming setup. I'm just going to turn down the intensity though, because it's, well, that made it more. Then I can use this computer that comes with like the little microphone and stuff. Sweet RGB. Yeah! I mean, there's no camera anywhere, but the camera is in our hearts. All right, I got a sweet streaming setup. I mean, that's the idea. I think that means the desk can be utilized in that spot. I think it kind of makes sense because it's in the middle of the room, at least. You like behind my desk, I have a bunch of room for all the stuff, and so I can get behind it. Obviously not that much room, but it makes sense to me, and that's all that matters. Oh, I can make these pink. Cool. Little blinds up there. Okay, I feel like I need like a mirror just there, actually. Now I'm just doing everything pink. No, this will be, oh, that doesn't have pictures on it. I want the pictures. There you go. There you go, a little bit of a different color. All right, that's there. Now, I could do like carpet or something in here. I've just got the floorboards. I wonder if I should change that, or should we just do like rugs or something? Oh, wow, that actually kind of works with those two. I didn't realize that. I think you could do something like that. The carpet is really boring, but I was thinking maybe that's just the carpet we have in the house. All right, I think that'll do for this room. I've kind of just put all the stuff in there. Nothing on that wall. I was gonna put a TV there, but I was like, nah. I mean, they got a computer and everything. They got the bookcase. I think that's a pretty sweet space. Okay, that's cool. Let's move on to, I guess let's do this room. So presumably kids' room. We've already done pink. Should we do a different color? How about blue? Well, maybe we can use that. It's kind of like a purple. That's kind of fun. Kind of like pink, but not. I mean, am I just going to go full, like, what is this called again? Pastel pop? I don't have to go full pastel pop, but I'm kind of enjoying it. All right. I'm kind of having fun with this. I'm vibing. How about some weird street signs? No, I don't know why I picked that up. It's a nice little space over there. Weird. Don't these have fun colors on them? Oh, I like that. That's cool. Yeah. I think actually that pretty much suits the style of the room. Okay. I don't know. I guess I'm having fun just making it all pink. I think that's actually really cute. I think that turned out really well. Definitely need something just here. There you go. How about just these? Nice little posters. Oh, actually, can we fit any of the drawing tables? I probably could if I didn't do such a big desk. Ah, well, whatever. Who cares? All right. I'm pretty happy with that. Let me just get rid of that light. We've got the night light. I've got those lights on the wall, so it's actually not too dark in there, but I'll still get a spotlight in the middle. I'll just turn it down a little bit. That's the front bedroom, which concludes the little ottoman and the bed in that place. And then we're just going to do the main bedroom suite area and then all of the outside, which, I mean, I don't think will take too long. Right, so I'm thinking, do we do similar just tiles in there for this bathroom maybe? Like you just do the same kind of bathroom? I guess it could be similar, but maybe a little bit different. The door opens this way, which I actually might flip and then put the toilet just here. And you know what? In the spirit of things, I'm going to do a different toilet. I'm going to do this toilet for these guys. Shower, I guess, would probably go there. Really, it should go there. Yeah, I think it just has to go next to the window, which, look, maybe not ideal, but that'll be fine. It's Sims. They'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't think too deeply about it. They'll be right. Oh, we could do that because then those taps match and then it's kind of like the dark brown wood of downstairs. Yeah. I like that. Oh, actually that's kind of handy because there's a mirror on that side of the wall. So it's kind of like a tall object. But I'm going to be putting a mirror on this side of the wall too in the exact same spot. There you go. Beautiful. All right, get our little toilet roll holder just there. Whoa, sorry. There. Little soaps and what even is it? Skincare, sorry, my mistake. For some reason the soap can't go in that corner, so I won't put it in. Bath towels over there. Nice boring brown. Love it. And then the shower stuff just there. All right, cool. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, this little space here is basically, this is the wardrobe, right? So we either could build one like that or we could even just put in like one of these. But if we put one of those, it kind of takes up the entire space. It does feel way more squishy than it needs to. So honestly, yeah, maybe it's better to use the Grange mudroom. I do quite like that, although now I'm going pink everywhere. So we got pink in there, but blue walls and then pink and purple in there. Maybe we go back to our roots, back to our blue roots. Maybe we use, oh, how does that not fit? Move object. Maybe we use these two pieces instead. Not pink though. These two pieces instead, because they should both be wardrobes, and then we can decorate in there, right? I don't know why I can only put one thing in. Why can't, how did the shoes not fit there? Does that fit? No. No, well, just got a couple things up there. It's not the most awe-inspiring wardrobe, I'm going to be honest, but it's kind of all I can fit in there. Main bedroom, a little bit different from what we've done. All right, some bedside lamps. Ooh, I kind of like that too. But I guess it doesn't really. Maybe I do think I like that better because it's the same one I'm using in the kitchen, which I quite like, and I actually think it applies quite well here, so I think I might use that. Ooh, we could get a vanity in just here. And then I was thinking of maybe like a little bench seating or something just here. Maybe like you just sit down, put your shoes on, whatever, get ready. Oh, I gotta do the blue bookcase. It's the same color as the walls. It's gotta go in. And then maybe just like I was going to do the bench seat, but I don't think I really have room for that now. I felt like I wanted a lamp to warm it up a little bit. All right, I don't know if that's a kind of boring room, but I think it's kind of cute. And with that, I think we've now finished the interior of the house, which is pretty sweet. This took me so much longer than I thought it would. Where am I now? I'm 4 hours into this, and we finished the furnish, which is good. I think I've never spent so long figuring a floor plan out than I have on this house. And I guess we're not technically done in terms of like figuring out the layout because we got this weird outside thing. Like what is going on here? Okay, so well out here, I guess I might just do the same. I kind of like using the same material for the ceiling on the decks. I think it looks pretty good. I haven't done any ceiling inside. Okay, then this is basically just a planter. it's a garden bed at this point. So maybe we just get like just wood, paint wood around it. That's what it is. Boom. You got a little planters there. Okay, what's happening here? Because I kind of deferred the problem of the stairs not working. Well, the stairs do work, but it looks silly, right? I mean, we could definitely have some sort of path here. Maybe out of that, I kind of like that. Well, let's figure out the front. I'm gonna bring this straight. I know this looks crazy right now, but I kind of think that, whoops, that's gonna work. And turn that into a garden bed. I kind of like how like structured that is. I know it's just a rectangle, but I kind of like it. And then I think, hang on, let's figure out like the fence and all that. Because I do think I want at least maybe a side fence somewhere. Maybe here where it's sort of the front porch ends. You can kind of do that. Yeah. I don't know where we'd split it over here. I mean, I don't need to. Like, I usually don't fence in the back gardens because it doesn't really matter in this game. I won't do an actual gate. I'm just going to leave it open because the gates in this game are so ugly. I'm going to put that there. Then where's my grid? Here we go. I want to go platform, platform, platform. Ooh, actually, can I go all the way around this? I think this might be cool. And I think it works, but I actually might need to play test it. Get rid of that. I have to paint this afterwards. Let me go dirt, 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 dirt. Sorry. Yeah, let's do the vertical one, just so you can kind of see it. All right, then we do that. And then we go planters. I'm pretty sure this works because they're only on one platform height. And then this becomes your little veggie garden, which I think is really cute. Maybe it's weird that the washing's in the middle, but it is what it is. I kind of like it in the middle. I don't know. Is that weird? Because it's almost like this is like a little bit of a utility area, if you will. Utility. Like you do your little veggie planting over there. Laundry. I'm going to put the bin over here somewhere. All right, so that I'm just kind of roughing it out right now. And then this section will have barbecue, maybe, which side do I want to put it on? Maybe a smaller barbecue, maybe more just like this. I suppose, I didn't really want to put a fence on this because I kind of like it without a fence, but maybe it should have one. But basically just something like that, a little barbecue area, cute. And then, I mean, this is just a hangout zone basically at this point under here. Just come and chill. Could read a book. Actually, if I do a couple, I could do some recliners here maybe. They're kind of far apart, but we can work with that. We just put a little table in between, a little tea tray. There you go. Have a little cup of tea, read a book. Right next to your beautiful planter. We can't move that. It's a historical landmark. What do these lights look like? Oh, that's nice actually. So yeah, we'll get one here. Yep. How did I put that? There. One around the side. I quite like these lights. Can we do like a more of a floodlight out here? Because I feel like you'd want a light to light up the little veggie garden and like where the bin is, right? Where does that get to work on? Yeah, this is like the best like outdoor light. Like it just lights up the whole area. Like, okay, well, when I pick it up, it does. When I put it down, it doesn't for some reason. But just imagine it's doing that. I don't know why it's not. All right, yeah, we've already got that one by the door. That's fine. I don't think I need any more. We could probably do a ceiling light here actually. Would make sense. No reason we can't. Yeah. All right. Yeah, looking pretty sweet. And then I think the rest is just kind of, it's part of the lot. Like you could fill it in how you want it. Obviously, we'll do the rest of the terrain painting and everything. Actually finish it. So I'm thinking we come down here. All right, gonna need a pathway here somewhere. I guess the question is, do I want to go organic with it or rigid? I kind of liked how rigid it is. I don't know why. I guess maybe it feels a little bit more formal that way, right? Well, I don't want to go here then all the way along. That just seems unnecessary. So I might just take this straight out. And I think what would be nice though is like when I do the actual plants, you then contrast like the straight lines of that with more organic planting. And I think it might work. It might not. I'm not guaranteeing anything here, just so you know. Yeah, I don't know why. I just kind of like how how straight those lines. Oh, that's weird. No, I need more like this. Hang on. I'm gonna have to paint over this in a second. Obviously not all gonna be like that. Okay, let's do a little bit of terrain painting. I'm gonna have this. Oh, I don't know why I'm doing it so soft. I need the sharp edges. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and then I kind of want to do a little, one of these fences, I reckon. Just to separate that from the rest of the garden. I don't know, just feels right. And then I think I'll do the same maybe as I did over there. Just have it open. Like no actual gate. All right, we got to figure out this this connection. Well, I think if we just smooth it out, that should be all right. Look, it's not ideal. They have to step up, but it is what it is, okay? All right, let's get some plants up in here. I think around these edges, I want it to be pretty, I guess, formal for lack of a better term. Yeah, just like that. I'm not going to do that around everywhere, just that little bit there. And then honestly, I'm just going to kind of put plants around the place. Ooh, a jacaranda would be really nice, actually. Maybe like there. Yeah. Yeah, go on then. Treat yourself. Yeah, so what I kind of want to do here is just then have shrubs and bushes just sort of more organically growing around the space, but then we have like these rigid straight paths that almost like cut through it that tries to find order in chaos. You know what I mean? I don't even know what I mean. So if you know what I mean, then you're doing better than me. But again, this little section here, I think I'm going to have this be pretty neat just along that section. But I mean, still have like other plants and stuff. And it really doesn't have to be anything special, or at least not in my opinion. I mean, maybe you want it to be more special. Just like some patches of shrubbery and all that. Like, I think that already looks so much, it looks like it's actually sitting somewhere, not just on an empty plot of grass. Oh yeah, way back at the beginning, I said I was gonna put something on the wall there, where there's like an empty spot. I guess I could either do like a light, or we could do like some sort of wall decoration. What do we got? Honestly, vines could be a good idea. Just some ivy. There you go. Why not? Just a little bit. I don't know that I'll put any more anywhere on the house, just on that bit. Maybe that's a bit disjointed, but you know, we'll go with it. All right, I think we're nearly there. Like, it's very minimal, but it's, you know, it leaves you a lot of space. And I think just to finish up this area, all I'd probably want to do is just, you only need to add a couple of plants, I think, just around the edge. And it kind of feels like it gets all pulled together, like not, like it doesn't feel like just a random pathway. It feels like there's some sort of border to it. Like, that's kind of all I want to do there. Yeah, so we got this big veggie patch area, a little sort of washing line out there, nice barbecue space. I think that's good. I'm very happy with this. I will add some more lighting though, I reckon. Not those are way too big. Maybe like these. A few lights around the little veggie patches. A couple coming down that path, maybe some along this one. Honestly, not much, just a few there. Yeah, okay. All right, I think that is done. That is my connect the items build. Holy moly. I can't believe how long this took. Again, most of the time was doing the layout, and then I guess after the layout was then figuring out how it actually styles together. And I think we got there in the end. So obviously we've gone for this sort of Australian inspired home, at least from my own personal experience. And of course it sort of sits here in Gibby Gibby, and I feel like it does fit in with the area. I'm now gonna send this off to Sandra to see if this is what she thought it was gonna be.
Let's see what James has done. These were the original items, and this is what James has created, and he's called this the Australian home, and I'm very excited to have a look. I believe this is the neighborhood he was actually building on. And first of all, love this little gate, this little fence thing. He's made his own planters. Oh my god, sorry. I'm actually trying to figure out what I told him to do. He did the stairwell here. That's amazing. Love the brick. I'm so glad he went for this color couch. That's exactly what I wanted. I like the fact that he's paired it with this beautiful yellow sticky note situation here. This duo of items here, beautiful. And right here, we've got our lovely little acorn. It actually, weirdly enough, looks totally normal. There's nothing weird to see here. So he's done the front entrance right here. Then the bathroom, he's done it this way. In my head, I was thinking of like this area somehow to be a front entrance and then to have a bathroom this way. But this genuinely is like even better than what I imagined. Then we've got this beautiful dining / kitchen area. Sorry, no, wait, what the heck? Is this a platform? I have never thought of doing anything like this. And okay, I feel like I should be taking notes right now. In my head, I wanted this to be like a greenhouse area, but still, nevertheless, I love the fact that he has this plant here. It looks totally normal. So what desk is this? Oh, this one. That's actually such a lovely desk. And the use of this like metal locker right next to this metal planter light, that is brilliant. Oh, and then to create that kind of connection with the bathroom, he's done this hallway area, which is a coffee machine and your bin in here. Then you walk through in here, you can go outside the back. Sorry, I'm actually still mesmerized with the planters. So he's went for a home that's, I suppose, more native to Australia. I've personally never been, would love to visit, but I love what's happening back here. It's such like an unusual build for me. Oh my god, sorry, this little area right here, I put that there thinking it could be like lovely cornering of the house, but he's done a separate planter in itself. As we head on up the stairs, yes, that little planter there, I kind of had that in my mind to do some sort of a landing space. Love all of this. Shoes at the very top, very nice. Oh yes, so he's done this really cool YouTuber station, which is exactly what I said. So it could be like a teenager's room potentially. And they do really cool videos here with an amazing backdrop. That is spot on what I had in my head. This is the bedroom. And this one has its own like little walk-in closet this way that you walk through to also get to the bathroom. So James has actually added another extra bathroom, which is so cool. And technically he's added an extra bedroom. In the bathroom over here, love this. These counters, I never really use them, but they're perfect for the toilet paper. Yeah, that's another note I will be taking. And then we've got the one last room here, which is kind of like another kiddie room. We've got this little poof right here, which I really appreciate, that little face staring at me. And then we've got this bed as well. So cute. Really like the little sakura leaves there, you know, kind of Japanese vibes. My favorite room though has to be this one. I love the fact that he left the desk in the middle of the room and not forcing it to be, you know, in the corner or on the edge of a room. In my head, I did not see this turn out this way. There's a little black cat. Is that a reference to my actual cat? This is my cat, by the way. I'm obsessed with this little backing right here. Sorry, the little scaled down curtain up here, that's amazing. I'm genuinely so pleasantly surprised because I know the items that I've given James were a bit brutal, but I had every faith in him, and rightfully so, because look at how amazing this house turned out like. I feel like just giving him a massive round of applause for this because he deserves it.
Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to Sandra for setting up this collab and coming up with this challenge idea. It was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to go check out her video where I place the items for her to build a house around. It's been a lot of fun, and definitely not what I expected this to end up like, or what I expected her build to end up like. So thank you so much to my top level members who supported the channel, and thank you so much for watching. If you want to download this, I will link it in the description down below. And of course, I will link to Sandra's video of this same challenge. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you next time, and have an awesome day.